Now, meanwhile, Angola's economy is struggling to cope following the global plunge in oil prices. In the national currency, the kwanza has lost more than 50% of its value over the last 2 years, sending the cost of imports through the roof. The situation is causing concern about the future of a country that was recently among the continent's fastest growing economies. Here's CCTV's Mireille Galang with that report.
Luanda, ranked as one of the most expensive cities in the world. According to Mercer's annual cost of living survey, year after year, cities like Hong Kong, London and New York are topped by Luanda as the priciest city for expats. Apartment rentals can cost one over $5,000 a month. A one-way ticket on local transport can set you back $2.50. And renting a car is well over $200 a day.
I'm at Django Valero. It's a popular hotspot for locals and tourists by the beach here in Luanda. But it's becoming increasingly more and more expensive for people to go on weekend outings in the city. Just this can of Coke cost me $5. Earlier, I went to a supermarket and bought the same kind of Coke for about $1.50. which is still relatively quite expensive.
But it's not just the expats feeling the pinch. The average Angolan lives on $2 a day, which means they cannot access basic necessities.
Mas eu penso que salário.
Someone who earns $1,000 a month cannot handle the situation here in Angola. He cannot live well, because if he has a family, 3 people, the householder, the wife and 1 child, it's not enough for him to afford education, housing and healthcare, because these things here are very expensive. The days of the housewives are over. These days in Luanda, both the man and the woman have to work.
A recent plunge in oil prices and a depreciation of the kwanza has made the situation even worse. Foreign currency is hard to come by, and the oil that once attracted the hordes of foreign workers in the first place is no longer as lucrative.
Os estrangeiros já estão a começar a deixar o país. Essa é uma realidade.
The expats are already leaving the country because there are some companies that are now sacking them, and these foreign workers have nothing else to do here, so they are leaving. We even have a problem with arranging jobs for nationals and the expats. So how can we provide jobs for those who are fresh out of university?
Nós agora vamos passar a ter.
Despite the situation, people like Marcelo Pascual is determined not to let the financial crisis stop him from taking time out to enjoy the weekend with his family, even if it means working more than one job.
O custo de vida em Luanda não está nada fácil, né?
It is possible to live here. Things have changed a lot recently due to the financial crisis we are now facing. Some people can still stand. There are others who earn a low wage, which is common in Luanda, so this is the difficulty we face. But we can still enjoy life here. We just have to re-educate ourselves on how we spend our money.
Fazendo menos gastos.
Marcelo is one of the lucky ones. Many other Angolans are not so lucky. Lack of imports due to the crash of the kwanza has meant that food is scarce, and supermarkets have to ration it to those who can afford it. There are fears of what could happen if the financial crisis, which is the worst since the end of the Civil War, continues much longer. Maria Galang, CCTV, Luanda, Angola.